All right, guys, Freddy Fabricate back here again, and today I'm going to be putting a Pro Design tether kill switch on my Yamaha Banshee. There are some videos online, they're not that clear. I'm basically trying to do it what I think is the easiest way. I'm just working up by the on and off switch that's already mounted on the handlebars. I mount the tether switch right next to it, and I'm just going to drill a couple little holes, run the wires right into the on and off switch, and solder them onto the switch terminals itself. Hopefully that's easy for you guys. For me, that's just the way to go. I didn't want to have to trace wires down to the coil or find a ground. I had everything right up at the on and off switch itself. I got the tether kill switch mounted. I'm not really sure which way these things go. I think most people mount the little disconnect on this side. So the one for a two-stroke, what it's going to do is it's going to ground out the ignition to kill the spark. I basically have my live feed. I pulled apart the ignition housing, as you can see, the on and off switch housing, light housing, whatever you want to call it. This little terminal block has your live feed, which I believe is the black and white, black with the white tracer, and then the black, which I believe is ground. All you're doing by sliding the little on and off switch is either grounding it or opening up the ground. In the open state, it'll let the bike start. When you slide it, a little bus bar slides across, makes contact with both of them, and kills the spark. So, with that being said, I wanted my wires run in this direction. I'm going to take a drill two little holes right here, just pop them through, solder them onto here, and hopefully just put it back together. All right, I drilled the two holes next to each other, and then I kind of just went sideways with the drill bit. This way I got a little tiny bit of play in the wires. Just gonna take the two blacks, feed them through, trim them back, strip them, and solder them onto there. I used a little paint pen. Hopefully you could see the little green marks I put on the wires. And then what I did is I pushed the ignition housing, or on and off housing, back a little bit. I kind of pulled the wires through, so I have a little extra slack. I'm going to cut them somewhere around here, trim off the coating. I'll probably tin them a little bit with some solder first, and then see if I could make my connections. All right, I didn't want too much hanging off on these. Hopefully you guys could see that. And then, like I said, I just pushed them through kind of as far as I could go. I'm going to get the soldering iron, tin both of them, and then solder them. All right, my two connections are soldered in. What I did was I took along those pliers and I kind of held the ends like that, and then I heated it up with the soldering iron and pressed it down. And then I kind of just gave it, once I had it in a pretty good position, I gave it another shot with the soldering iron just to flow it a little better. And it looks pretty good. I'm gonna put it back together and give it a quick test. All right, guys, all done. Just tested it, works great. You can see it looks nice and neat. Might not be the easiest. Maybe it is easier for some guys to just follow these wires down, ground to the frame, and find the black with the white tracer down here and splice into it. I don't want to have to take anything apart. I liked how nice and neat this looked. But, to each his own, as they say.